Ladies and gentlemen, Russia and other countries have been trying to affect the American elections as long as I've been around. I started taking notice in the 60s. And since then, Russia has tried to affect elections. Now, what's happened is the internet has made the world a much smaller place. So, with cyber activity, the Russians trying to affect American elections is not new. The mainstream media goes on about it like it's something new. I trust that the American government is taking every precaution. Now you have to remember when I was a younger fella, it was all done by paper, the votes and everything, and couldn't be affected. It's only since the advent and the installation of the internet that becomes much more uh, in depth, if you will. Um, how in 2016 the DNC and Hillary Clinton got hacked, you know, the only thing that tells me is that those people did not have the proper safeguards on their computer systems. And I wonder about that. And yet they want to run the country. I've had 24 hours to digest what Robert Mueller had to say yesterday. And it was about 11 minutes long. I watched it a couple of times, his statement. And what I got from that was two things. Number one, he's part of the deep state, and the American people know it. He hired Peter Strzok personally to run the investigation, and we know how Peter Strzok turned out. And he stated something that jumped out at me was more or less whatever testimony he's going to give Congress, he will just read from the 448-page report. So there's no sense in subpoenaing him to testify. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I've said it before, but it needs to be said again. Robert Mueller fears the questions that come from Republican congressmen and women. He fears it because he's part of the deep state. If she had nothing to worry about, he'd be chomping at the bit to get just that testimony explain the report. He'd want nothing to do with that, and that's because he's part of the deep state. We'll find this out when the investigations are completed. But until then, I think he's part of the deep state. I think the American people will. Bye bye.